In the world of American politics, few debates ignite as much passion and controversy as the issue of taxes. But what happens when two powerful voices, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and Candace Owens, step into the ring to argue about the fair distribution of taxes? Well, things get heated fast. This isn't just another conversation about numbers and percentages. This is a clash of ideologies, a fight over the future of American society. And it all started when AOC, the progressive firebrand, boldly declared that the rich should pay their fair share, an idea that has long been at the core of her political platform. But Candace Owens, the outspoken conservative pundit, wasn't having it. In fact, Owens took to the airwaves to challenge Ocasio-Cortez head-on, accusing her of trying to punish success and undermine the very foundation of American prosperity. What started as a policy debate quickly spiraled into something much more dramatic, a political spectacle, a fight that would shape the future of tax reform in America. Now imagine the stage. AOC, with her youthful energy and uncompromising progressive vision, stands firm on her belief that the ultra-wealthy are getting away with paying too little. Meanwhile, Candace Owens, with her sharp rhetoric and passion for defending free market capitalism, goes on the offensive, calling AOC's ideas socialist and dangerous. But as the arguments grow more intense, something unexpected happens. The debate takes a shocking turn and a scandal erupts. A simple conversation about taxes turns into an explosive moment that has everyone talking. The question on everyone's mind now is, who's right? The left argues that taxes are a tool to redistribute wealth, ensuring that the government can fund essential services like healthcare, education, and infrastructure. Ocasio-Cortez's call for a fair share from the rich echoes the progressive belief that society should be more equal, that billionaires should contribute to the well-being of the people who make their wealth possible. It's about justice, she says. We are all in this together. But Owens doesn't see it that way. For her, it's all about personal responsibility and freedom. The government shouldn't be taking more from the rich. People should be able to keep what they earn and spend it how they see fit, she argues, painting a picture of a society where hard work and innovation are rewarded, not punished. For Owens, the idea of higher taxes on the wealthy isn't just an economic issue, it's an existential threat to the very essence of American values. As these two powerhouses clash, the stakes couldn't be higher. It's not just a debate over tax policy, it's a battle for the soul of America's future. But just as tensions rise to their peak, something happens that shifts the entire narrative. The debate rages on, with both Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and Candace Owens digging in their heels, refusing to budge. As the tension grows, the audience is left on the edge of their seats, watching this high-stakes showdown unfold. The air is thick with accusation and counterpoint, as the two political figures passionately defend their ideologies. AOC strikes first, accusing the ultra-wealthy of hoarding resources, while ordinary citizens struggle to make ends meet. Why should billionaires pay a lower percentage in taxes than a single mother working two jobs to support her family? She asks, the words cutting through the air with the precision of a political sword. Ocasio-Cortez's message is clear. The system is rigged in favor of the rich, and it's time for a change. Her vision is one of a more equal society, where everyone contributes according to their means, not just their wealth. This isn't about punishing success, she says, her voice filled with conviction. It's about ensuring that every person in this country has access to the opportunities they deserve, without being crushed by inequality. But Candace Owens isn't one to back down. With a smirk on her face, she fires back, accusing Ocasio-Cortez and her progressive allies of promoting socialism, something Owens views as an existential threat to America's values of freedom, hard work, and meritocracy. What you're advocating for is the destruction of the American dream, she says, her words dripping with disdain. You want to make everyone equal by making everyone equally poor. The two women square off, their voices rising in volume, their arguments growing more pointed. Owens claims that Ocasio-Cortez's progressive tax policies would create a stifling government bureaucracy, kill job creation, and punish entrepreneurs who have worked hard to build their wealth. The wealthy are the ones who create jobs, who innovate, and who invest in this country. Taxing them to the point where they have no incentive to invest or grow their businesses isn't just unfair, it's dangerous. But AOC, not backing down, retorts with a chilling reminder. What's dangerous is a system where the rich get richer while the poor get poorer. This isn't about redistributing wealth, it's about leveling the playing field. As the two women continue to spar, the conversation takes a turn toward the personal. Owens accuses Ocasio-Cortez of being out of touch with reality, claiming that she doesn't understand what it's like to run a business or create jobs. You're just another politician who wants to control everyone's lives, Owens sneers. You don't get it, Alexandria. You don't understand what it means to work for your money. But Ocasio-Cortez fires back, her eyes flashing with intensity. And you don't understand what it means to struggle, to live paycheck to paycheck, to watch your family suffer because the system is rigged against you. It's at this moment, with tempers flaring and accusations flying, that the debate takes a shocking turn. Just when it seemed like the debate couldn't get any more intense, a shocking revelation breaks through the chaos, sending shockwaves through the political landscape. Candace Owens, in an unexpected move, accuses Ocasio-Cortez of financial hypocrisy. You want the rich to pay more taxes, but you've been dodging taxes yourself. You've been caught taking advantage of loopholes that the average American could never get away with. Owens fires, her voice laced with triumph. The audience, already on the edge of their seats, gasps as the claim hangs in the air. AOC is momentarily taken aback. The accusation is explosive, and the timing couldn't be worse. The cameras zoom in as Ocasio-Cortez gathers her thoughts, trying to keep her composure. That's not true, Candace. I've always followed the law, and I've always been transparent about my finances, she retorts. But the damage is done. The air is thick with tension, and the audience is torn between disbelief and fascination. Did Ocasio-Cortez really engage in financial misconduct? Is she as committed to her progressive agenda as she claims, or is she just another politician playing the system? The debate, which started as an ideological clash, has now evolved into something much more personal and much more dangerous. Owens presses on, accusing AOC of hypocrisy, of using her platform to preach about wealth redistribution while privately benefiting from the very system she condemns. You can't claim to care about the little guy if you're taking advantage of the same loopholes that allow the ultra-wealthy to avoid paying their fair share, Owens says, the accusation cutting deep. For a moment, Ocasio-Cortez seems to lose her footing, but then, with remarkable poise, she responds, "What Candace doesn't understand is that we're talking about a system that's rigged. I've worked within that system, and I've always tried to do what's right. But the real hypocrisy is that people like Candace, people who have never experienced real hardship, are the ones defending a broken system that only benefits the rich. This is about the future of our country, and I'm not going to back down." But Owens isn't finished. She seizes the moment, accusing AOC of using her political power for personal gain. It's easy to preach about fairness when you've never had to worry about a paycheck or paying your bills. You don't represent the working class, Alexandria. You represent the political elite who use their influence to make sure they stay at the top. The exchange has become more than a political debate. It has turned into an all-out war, with both women exchanging blows that are as personal as they are political. The audience is divided, some applauding AOC's passionate defense of her principles, others nodding in agreement with Owens's claim of hypocrisy. As the debate nears its climax, the question becomes, who can be trusted? Is Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez the champion of the working class she claims to be? Or is she just another politician who talks a big game but falls short when it matters? And what about Candace Owens? Does she really understand the struggles of everyday Americans? Or is she too wrapped up in defending a system that no longer works for the majority? As the debate concludes, the room is left buzzing with tension, and the political world is left to pick up the pieces. The accusations, the fierce exchanges, and the sudden twist of scandal have left everyone questioning the integrity of those involved. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and Candace Owens have both left their mark, but the fallout from their confrontation will have lasting implications, not just for them, but for the future of tax policy and political discourse in America. In the aftermath of the debate, Ocasio-Cortez finds herself in a delicate position. The scandal surrounding her finances has overshadowed her message of progressive taxation, and the media is relentless in dissecting every detail. Questions about her transparency and her commitment to the very ideals she champions continue to haunt her. But despite the controversy, AOC refuses to back down. "I am committed to fighting for a fairer system," she says in a defiant press conference. "And no smear campaign will change that." Her supporters rally around her, defending her record and applauding her resolve. They argue that the debate was never just about taxes. It was about the future of America and the fight against inequality. On the other hand, Candace Owens finds herself facing a different kind of challenge. While her attack on Ocasio-Cortez certainly gained her attention, it also painted her as someone willing to play dirty to score political points. Critics accuse Owens of using the scandal to distract from the real issues, turning a policy debate into a personal attack. "This isn't about Alexandria's taxes. It's about whether we want to live in a country where free enterprise can thrive," she says in a post-debate interview, trying to steer the conversation back to her core beliefs. But the damage is done, and the lines between political discourse and personal attacks have never been blurrier. As the dust settles, the question remains: what's next for the future of taxation and the political landscape? Both women have made their positions clear, and the debate over fair tax distribution is far from over. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez's progressive tax proposals are gaining traction among her base, but they also face intense opposition from conservative figures like Candace Owens, who argue that they would stifle economic growth and limit individual freedoms. The debate is sure to continue, and with it, the ideological battle over the role of government, wealth redistribution, and the American dream. But one thing is certain: the Ocasio-Cortez versus Owens debate has sparked a fire that will burn for years to come. It has forced Americans to confront the uncomfortable truths about wealth inequality, the power of the wealthy elite, and the very essence of the American system. And as the political world watches, the question is no longer just about taxes. It's about who will define the future of America and who will be left standing when the dust finally settles. If you're happy with it, feel free to copy and use it. And don't forget to encourage your viewers to subscribe, comment, and engage. Let me know if you need any adjustments or additions.